Have you ever wondered why some people emerge from life's greatest hardships with wisdom and inner peace, while others remain trapped in anger, fear, or despair? What if the difference isn't luck or strength, but a way of seeing the world that has guided people through suffering for more than 2,500 years? No matter who you are, life will eventually bring moments that shake your foundation. You may lose someone you love. A relationship may end without warning. Your career may fall apart. Your health may change. Or anxiety may quietly become part of your everyday life. During those moments, advice like "stay positive" often feels empty. We need something deeper, something that doesn't simply help us escape suffering, but teaches us how to move through it with wisdom. For centuries, Buddhist teachings have offered exactly that. They are not based on blind belief or wishful thinking, but on careful observation of the human mind and the nature of life itself. These timeless principles have helped countless people face grief, uncertainty, disappointment, and fear with greater clarity and compassion. Today, we'll explore 7 profound Buddhist teachings that can completely change the way you respond to life's greatest challenges. These lessons won't remove hardship from your life, because no philosophy can do that. But they can transform the way you carry it, helping you discover a peace that isn't dependent on perfect circumstances. If you stay until the end, you'll find that these ancient teachings are surprisingly practical for the modern world, and perhaps one of them will become exactly the guidance you need today. The first teaching, and the foundation upon which all the others rest, is impermanence, or Anicca. This principle reminds us that everything in existence is constantly changing. Nothing remains exactly as it is. Every experience, every emotion, every season of our lives is in motion, whether we notice it or not. Our joys, our sorrows, our successes, our failures, they all arise, remain for a time, and eventually pass away. Yet in modern life, we naturally cling to what feels safe and familiar. We build our identities around relationships, careers, routines, and expectations. Then, when change inevitably arrives, it can feel like life has betrayed us. A job disappears, a loved one leaves, a medical diagnosis changes everything overnight. These moments are painful, not only because they happen, but because we resist the reality that change has always been part of life. The Buddha illustrated this beautifully through the story of Kisa Gotami, a young mother whose infant son tragically died. Consumed by unimaginable grief, she carried her child's body from house to house, desperately begging anyone she met to bring him back to life. When she eventually came before the Buddha, he looked upon her with great compassion. He told her he could help, but first, she needed to bring him a single mustard seed from a home where no one had ever experienced death. Filled with hope, Kisa Gotami went from door to door, but every family she met shared a similar story. One had lost a father, another, a daughter, another, a husband. Every household had known grief in one form or another. As the day went on, something within her slowly began to change. She realized that while her pain felt deeply personal, suffering and loss were universal. Death was not a punishment directed at her alone. It was woven into the very fabric of human existence. Her grief did not disappear overnight, but her relationship with it changed. Instead of fighting reality, she gradually accepted it. And through that acceptance, she found the beginning of peace. The same lesson applies to our own lives. Embracing impermanence doesn't mean pretending painful experiences don't matter. It means remembering that no season lasts forever. The heartbreak you carry today will not always feel this heavy. The fear that consumes you now will eventually soften. Even the happiest moments deserve our gratitude because they, too, are temporary. When we stop demanding that life remain the same, we become far more adaptable. We let go more gracefully, appreciate the present more deeply, and remain open to new beginnings that we could never have imagined. Our second teaching explores the nature of suffering, or dukkha. Although often translated simply as suffering, dukkha has a much richer meaning. It points to the underlying dissatisfaction, restlessness, and instability that exists within ordinary human life. It's the subtle feeling that something is missing, even when everything appears to be going well. In today's world, dukkha is everywhere. We chase promotions, believing they'll finally make us happy. We compare ourselves on social media. We buy new possessions, collect achievements, seek approval, and reach milestone after milestone, only to discover that the satisfaction fades surprisingly quickly. Before long, another desire appears, and the cycle begins again. This is why so many people experience burnout, anxiety, and emptiness despite outward success. The problem isn't that success is bad. The problem is expecting anything outside ourselves to provide permanent fulfillment. The Buddha explained this through the famous parable of the two arrows. Imagine being struck by an arrow. The physical pain of that wound is unavoidable. This is the first arrow, the pain that naturally comes with being human. But then many of us fire a second arrow into ourselves. We think, why is this happening to me? We replay the event endlessly. We become angry, bitter, ashamed, or consumed by fear about what might happen next. This second arrow is the suffering created by our own resistance, judgments, and mental stories. While we cannot always prevent the first arrow from striking us, we can learn not to shoot the second. Understanding dukkha isn't about becoming pessimistic. In fact, it's the opposite. It frees us from unrealistic expectations that life should always be comfortable. When we stop fighting reality, we begin responding with wisdom instead of panic. We discover that while pain may be unavoidable, much of our suffering is optional. This insight naturally leads us to our third teaching, non-attachment, or letting go of upadana and tanha, clinging and craving. Many of us spend our lives believing happiness comes from holding tightly to the things we love. Our relationships, our careers, our possessions, our reputation, or even the future we've imagined for ourselves. Yet, Buddhist wisdom gently reminds us that the tighter we cling, the greater our fear of losing what we hold. Our consumer-driven world encourages constant craving. There's always another purchase to make, another goal to achieve, another version of ourselves we're told we should become. Yet, no matter how much we accumulate, lasting contentment always seems just out of reach. The Buddha explained this with the analogy of a raft. Imagine building a raft to cross a dangerous river. Once you've safely reached the opposite shore, would you continue carrying that heavy raft everywhere you go? Of course not. It served its purpose, and then you let it go. The Buddha taught that even his own teachings should be treated this way, as tools for freedom, not possessions to cling to. Non-attachment does not mean becoming cold, detached, or indifferent. It doesn't mean loving people less. It means loving without trying to possess, appreciating what we have while understanding that everything changes when we loosen our grip on life. Something remarkable happens. Fear begins to lose its hold over us. We become more grateful for the present instead of constantly worrying about the future. Our peace no longer depends entirely on circumstances beyond our control. The fourth powerful teaching is loving kindness, or metta. Metta is the deliberate cultivation of unconditional goodwill, warmth, and kindness toward ourselves and every living being, without exception. When life becomes difficult, our first instinct is often to turn against ourselves. We criticize our mistakes, replay our failures, isolate ourselves, or believe we are somehow less worthy because we are struggling. In a world that often rewards competition, comparison, and constant achievement, metta offers something radically different. It reminds us that genuine strength begins with kindness, not only toward others, but also toward ourselves. Instead of asking, "Why am I not enough?" Metta gently teaches us to ask, "How can I meet this moment with compassion?" That simple shift can begin transforming not only how we experience hardship, but also who we become because of it. Consider the remarkable story of Angulimala, one of the most powerful examples of transformation in Buddhist history. Before meeting the Buddha, Angulimala was a feared and violent bandit who terrorized an entire kingdom. He was so consumed by hatred and delusion that he wore a garland made from the fingers of his victims, believing violence would bring him power and fulfillment. When Angulimala encountered the Buddha, he rushed toward him with the intention of attacking. Yet something extraordinary happened. Although the Buddha continued walking calmly, radiating complete peace and unwavering loving kindness, Angulimala found himself unable to catch him or strike him. Confused and frustrated, he demanded that the Buddha stop. The Buddha replied, "I have stopped. It is you who have not stopped." Those simple words pierced through years of anger and ignorance. Instead of condemning him for his past, the Buddha spoke with compassion and unwavering metta. For perhaps the first time in his life, Angulimala experienced unconditional kindness rather than fear or hatred. That encounter completely transformed him. He abandoned his violent life, became a monk, and dedicated himself to the path of awakening. This story reminds us that genuine loving kindness possesses a quiet strength far greater than aggression. It has the power to soften even the hardest hearts, including our own. Practicing metta means sincerely wishing for our own well-being, especially when we're struggling, and gradually extending that same wish to friends, strangers, and even those who have caused us pain. This doesn't mean approving harmful actions or allowing people to mistreat us. Rather, it means refusing to let hatred take root within our own hearts. As we continue practicing loving kindness, we build an inner reservoir of warmth, patience, and acceptance. We become less reactive to negativity and more capable of facing difficult people and challenging situations without losing our own sense of peace. Closely connected to metta is our fifth teaching, compassion. or Karuna. While Metta is the wish for happiness and well-being, Karuna is the heartfelt desire that others be free from suffering. It is empathy in action, a willingness to recognize another person's pain and respond with kindness rather than indifference. When we ourselves are hurting, it's natural to become consumed by our own struggles. Our world becomes smaller, and our attention narrows around our personal difficulties. Yet, one of Buddhism's most surprising insights is that compassion for others can actually help heal our own suffering. In today's world, where we constantly hear about war, injustice, loneliness, illness, and natural disasters, it's easy to become emotionally exhausted or numb. Karuna offers another way. Instead of turning away from suffering, it encourages us to meet it with courage, empathy, and a sincere desire to help however we can. The Buddha demonstrated this beautifully on one occasion when he found a monk lying sick and abandoned. Because the monk could no longer care for himself, the other monks had neglected him. Rather than criticizing them from a distance, the Buddha personally washed the monk, cleaned him, and cared for him with great tenderness. Afterward, he told his disciples, "Whoever would tend me, let him tend the sick." That simple act revealed a profound truth. Compassion is not merely a feeling. It becomes meaningful when expressed through action. When we practice Karuna, we begin to see that suffering connects every human being, regardless of culture, wealth, or background. Every person experiences pain, loss, fear, and disappointment. This understanding dissolves the illusion that we suffer alone. Whether through offering encouragement, listening without judgment, helping someone in need, or simply being fully present for another person, every compassionate action strengthens both the giver and the receiver. In lifting someone else's burden, we often discover that our own heart becomes lighter as well. Our sixth teaching is the transformative practice of mindfulness, or Sati. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing gentle, non-judgmental awareness to the present moment. It means observing our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations exactly as they are, without immediately reacting to them or becoming swept away by them. This may sound simple, but in modern life, it has become increasingly difficult. Our minds are constantly pulled between notifications, deadlines, worries, memories, and endless distractions. Even during moments of rest, many of us remain mentally busy, replaying yesterday's mistakes or imagining tomorrow's problems. Over time, this constant mental noise amplifies stress, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. The Buddha illustrated mindfulness through the image of a wild elephant. A wild elephant cannot be controlled by force alone. Instead, it is patiently tethered to a sturdy post until it gradually becomes calm and steady. In the same way, our restless minds become peaceful each time we gently return our attention to the present moment. When life becomes difficult, mindfulness creates an invaluable pause between what happens to us and how we respond. Imagine receiving painful news. Without mindfulness, the mind instantly races toward worst-case scenarios, regrets, or fear. But with mindfulness, we notice these thoughts without immediately believing them. We recognize this is anxiety, or this is sadness, rather than allowing those emotions to completely define us. For example, if you're experiencing intense anxiety, Mindfulness invites you to notice your racing heartbeat, your tight chest, or your worried thoughts with quiet curiosity rather than panic. Instead of becoming the anxiety, you simply observe it. That small shift creates enormous freedom. Regular mindfulness practice, even just 5 or 10 minutes each day, gradually trains the mind to remain calmer, clearer, and more resilient. When difficult moments inevitably arise, we respond with greater wisdom instead of automatic fear. Finally, we arrive at our 7th teaching, wisdom or Panna. Wisdom is far more than collecting information or memorizing spiritual teachings. It is the deep understanding that comes from directly seeing reality as it truly is. It is the insight that recognizes impermanence instead of resisting change. It understands the causes of suffering instead of blaming the world. It sees through illusion and helps us respond with clarity rather than impulse. In today's world, where misinformation spreads rapidly and countless voices promise instant happiness or effortless success, genuine wisdom has never been more valuable. It allows us to distinguish lasting truth from temporary illusion. The Buddha illustrated this through the well-known story of the blind men and the elephant. Each blind man touched only one part of the elephant. One felt the leg and insisted an elephant was like a pillar. Another touched the trunk and declared it was like a snake. Another held the ear and argued it resembled a fan. Each believed he possessed the complete truth, yet each understood only one small piece of a much larger reality. How often do we do the same? When we experience failure, heartbreak, or disappointment, we often assume that one painful moment defines our entire future. We mistake a single chapter for the whole story. Wisdom invites us to step back and see a wider perspective. It encourages us to question our assumptions, recognize the interconnected causes behind every experience, and understand that every difficult season also contains opportunities for growth, compassion, and transformation. Cultivating Panna means reflecting honestly on our experiences, remaining open to learning, and allowing insight, not fear, to guide our decisions. Over time, wisdom becomes the light that helps us navigate uncertainty with confidence and peace. Together, these 7 Buddhist teachings, impermanence, the nature of suffering, non-attachment, loving kindness, compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom, form far more than a philosophical system. They offer a practical roadmap for living with greater courage, resilience, and inner peace. Life will continue to bring unexpected challenges. There will still be loss, disappointment, uncertainty, and change. But these teachings remind us that while we cannot always control what happens around us, we can transform the way we meet each moment, and sometimes that inner transformation changes everything. If even one of these teachings spoke to your heart today, don't let it remain just another video you watched. Choose one principle and practice it this week. Small changes in awareness often become profound changes in life. If you found value in this video, please subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone who may need these teachings today. And let me know in the comments, which of these 7 Buddhist teachings resonates with you the most, and why. Thank you for watching, and may you walk your path with wisdom, compassion, and peace.